Hello everyone, today I will show you our group project work to you. First of all, let's see what we've done so far to our project. In our project, we are trying to auto-generate the mass map for the player. The maps will divide into many rooms as you can see. Each room will have the enemy patrol in the room. And there are the endpoint on the top right corner at the maze. And there will be the only one path to get through the maze and reach to the endpoint. In this project, Xiayang's job is creating the maze builder for the game, and my job is implement the following player function from the last project we have done. And also my job is generate the enemy in each room and creating the endpoint for the game. The enemy will following you once they are detect you by perception component. They will keep following you until they are lost their sight. Also, the player will leave a trace on the map. The trace will show on the map by the green path. The AI will try to seeing the path to get your location. Now let's go up and see what happens. As you can see, there is a green path on the game, which is the player walk through. Once the AI lost the sight, they will try to follow the path to find your location. Now let's see another idea in our project. In the mask, I try to generate the enemy in each room, and the enemy will keep patrol in the room but never leave the room. Once the player pass through the room, the enemy will try to follow it. Also, we can adjust the map size by changing the map width and the map length. Let's click play to see what happens. For now, you can see the mass is become large and has the many rooms on the game. The room can be split based on the mass size, and the room size will be generate a random size, which means you can get a different size room on the mass, and each room still will have an enemy on the room to getting patrol. Now let's see what I have implemented from last project. The first part is decide the enemy can seeing the player and deciding to make a decision to patrol or move to the player. The second part is checking the health is greater than 40% or lower than 40% and decide which behavior the enemy will do. Now here is showing the split room method for our game project. And we are trying this one is we are getting the word position and then divide by the bottom left and right to getting the room length and width. And then we are generate the room into the game. I also adding the endpoint from the game. The endpoint is presented by a little green floor on the map. They will locate it on the top left corner on the game on the map. The player player need to pass. There are only one way to pass through the maze and reach to the endpoint. Once you add in the endpoint, the game will be over. Here is the endpoint blueprint showing. Let's go to the viewport and see what happened. I am trying the box collider for the game. Once the player enter in, will be activated the blueprint on this object. And we are using the on component begin overlap, and then we are trying to create the wedge, which is the HUD wedge. And we are trying to add to the viewport, which target is itself, and then we're trying to delay and set game pass. It will become to true. In next project, we will try to implement the network multiplayer game mode to our project. We will generate the huge mass and spawn the player in the different location, and they can fight with each other and get the strong item on the mass, such as a weapon or strong ability. Also, they will need to face the random enemy patrol in the room, and they will attack the player. The player need to fight with other player and the enemy. The player who got the most kill in the limited time will be the winner. I think our next project will be exciting and very fun for playing. Thanks a lot. This is our project video.